it's TGC Requiem. I'm here with another draft. Let's see here. Add 2 to your mana pool. Sword to Plowshares is good removal. I know there's an infinite mana loop with Crucible of Worlds. I don't know. So none of these cards are so powerful. I think maybe we just take Dark Ritual here. Just see what happens. Thran Dynamo, Baneslayer Angel, Deranged Hermit, Imperial Seal, Sneak Attack, Vendilion Click, Treasure Cruise. So we could kinda try to go in a I don't know, I like trying to just take a bunch of powerful cards, but so far, I mean, Sneak Attack can cheat some fatties, I think. Baneslayer Angel's pretty good. We're just going to take this for now. Not really sure where we're going. Corpse Dance returns target top creature card of your graveyard to the battlefield. Just 7 lands. When Bone Shredder enters the battlefield, destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature. We kind of just don't have... I mean, I don't even want to get stuck into just black or blue here, but I think maybe we take Caryatid. We're going to take Corpse Dance. I mean, we're kind of set up to do some sort of Reanimator. Perhaps. We need ways to get creatures into the graveyard. I mean, I think we have to take Ulamog here for what we've drafted so far. The Wheel of Fortune, we could still try and hope to get more fatties later. Each player discards his hand and then draws 7 cards. We do have Dark Ritual too. We could try and do a little bit of a Storm deck, which should be funny since I've really never played Storm. Yeah, I think we're going to try and take Wheel of Fortune here. This is all about having fun, right? Sacrifice a land, gain 2 life. Reanimate. So we've kind of got Reanimate, and we kind of have permanent. Excuse my sniffles, I do not feel fantastic today. I think we're just going to take Reanimate here. I'm going to hope to get some big fatties in the next couple packs. Oh man, yeah, so now we're starting to get Cradle, Recurring Nightmare, sacrifice creature. Overgrown Tomb if we want to get into green. We really need something to go with this though. Deathrite can just help play. Okay, pattern would be a cheap fatties strategy, which is kind of like what we did last time, but I think right now I like Deathrite, which means we do want to try and get some fetches going on. We really need ways to discard cards, unfortunately. Ulamog. Search up to do basic lands. So I'm pretty sure we're taking Ulamog out of this pack. Put a target creature card from opponent's graveyard on the battlefield under control. Yeah, I think right now we're doing Ulamog because we can actually reanimate Ulamog. Regrowth is not so bad. I mean, right now it could be black-red. Could be a decent reanimate target, I suppose. I think we're going to take Nissa. Baneslayer, probably. Maybe Monastery Swiftspear. Bone Shredder seems right up our alley. Lightning Greaves, however, could give our reanimated creatures haste. Yeah, so we're just going to take Bone Shredder there. Acidic Slime or Birds of Paradise. I think we're leaning more towards green. Acidic Slime is good. Birds helps us ramp, though. I think we take Birds here. Same thing, Shriekmaw or Elvish Mystic. I like the ability to be able to ramp into stuff as well. But Shriekmaw is so good. I'm just going to take Hero, I think. Just to hate it out of everybody else. And then Edric. So Edric's probably not going to see play. Let me draw a card. Maybe we'll play it. So let's see, what do we got here? Lotus Cobra, Abrupt Decay, Arid Mesa really doesn't do much. Packrat actually helps us with the reanimation. Duplicate. When duplicate enters battlefield, max it'll target non-token creature as long as a card is exiled. The creature card, then duplicate is power toughness creature. Okay. Skull Clamp could draw us cards. Rakdos Signet. We could maybe just hope Packrat wheels and take the Signet, which helps us maybe get into 3 colors here, kind of like a Jund Reanimator, and also ramps. We'll just kind of hope that Packrat comes back around, I think. We have Wheel of Fortune here to help us with reanimation. Demonic Tutor seems good. Olivia's alright. Scalding Tarn actually could be good for us. Gruul Signet though, that's perfect if we want to get ramp in those colors. So I think we're starting to look like we're in Jund. And I think Yeah, I mean the signets are just really typically pretty good in this format from my experience. Tinker. Taiga. So I think we're leaning towards Taiga. Um, Doing Reanimator, Confidant's probably not where we want to be. Bitter Blossom. Tinker is so good. As is Bribery. What are the odds we can get into like 4 colors here? We really don't want somebody else to have Bribery or Tinker. But we're going to take Taiga just to fix with what we got. Liliana is a good sack outlet. So I think actually looking at this, it is pretty clear that's what we want here. Pretty confident we want Liliana. Archangel of Thune's pretty sweet. But Bizarre, draw 2 cards, discard 3 cards. Alright, so now we're really starting to get some stuff that's going to help us and really makes us want to stay in our 3 color. So right now we're strongly leading towards the Bizarre. Destroy the target. Oracle's pretty good, but Bizarre works towards what we're trying to go for here. Tooth and Nail. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. Put up to 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. So I like Tooth and Nail. I also like just taking Ajani Vengeant away from other people. Sorry, Griselbrand. Somehow I completely overlooked Griselbrand, which is a snap for what we're doing. I also kind of like Villain. We're not in blue though, are we? Villainous Wealth sounds interesting. Genesis Wave. I think we're actually going to go with Sulfuric Vortex here. Just really powerful. Can really be troublesome for opponents. Just going to have to be careful with that pick. Got some good removal. Reanimating Iona, though, could be game over. It's a little greedy having 2 heavily white cards. Pack Rat is still the best thing here. I mean, Abrupt Decay is really good removal, but we're trying to cheat. Battlecry, attacks, creatures, power 1 less. Can't attack. I think I also like Vengevine. Bonfire of the Damned. I think we just got to take that. As much as I want to take the Temple here for color fixing, this is just pretty good. Sorry for the sniffles, I'm a bit under the weather. So we moved a couple cards over to the sideboard. We're going to hate draft Mirran Crusader here, since it really hates on two of the colors we're playing. We're also short on removal. Bonfire helps us there. And actually, so far, I think we have a pretty sweet deck. And I actually like Nighthawk here, just because it kind of fits in a position we need. Oops, I did not mean to take Angel there. That was an accident. Oops, we'll just slide that out of here. Goblin Guide works. We ran out of time there on the pick. Figure of Destiny. So we're probably not going to be playing Figure. Probably will play Goblin Guide. Just because it does help with Sulfuric Vortex. Get those early beats. So we have Bazaar, we have Pack Rat, we have Liliana. As ways to get creatures into the graveyard. We have Corpse Dance, Recurring Nightmare, and Reanimate as ways to put creatures back on the battlefield. So I like our Reanimation suite here. We also have some ramp going on. Yawgmoth's Bargain. Skip your draw step, pay 1 life, draw a card. Right now I think we're leaning towards this Catacombs. Dragon Lord, Garruk. It's the Beast Caller version. Yeah, I definitely think we just want to take the... See, the flip side of this is Yawgmoth's Bargain. Yeah, I think we're going to take Verdant Catacombs here. We need it for fixing. Murderous Cut, if that comes back around, should be pretty good. Massacre Worm is really good. Max Diamond's actually good. Oh, this pack's really solid. So what do we got for reanimation targets? Massacre Worm. Is better. Diamond does get us that ramp going though. I think we just got to take the diamond. Although Thundermaw Hellkite could be good. We can kind of hope one of these two comes back around, I think. I think we're safe to wheel that. And even if worst case like Huntmaster comes around, it's not terrible. Woodland Cemetery, Necromancy. You may cast Necromancy as though it had flash. If you cast it anytime a sorcery couldn't have been cast, control of the permanent. Sacrifice it at the beginning. So this is another way to reanimate, which I kind of want to take. But I also kind of just want to take the Woodland Cemetery to help with our fixing. I think we can kind of hope for Necromancy to come back around. Maybe that's not realistic, but could try and go for Everflowing Chalice. So another way to kind of cheat into. Also like Karakas. Are any of these legendary? Yeah, I think we're just gonna take Karakas. We may even play it, we'll see. Almost certain we're taking Avenger Zendikar here. Taking Survival of the Fittest. Just another way to kind of sack what we're looking for. Or sack a creature, discard a card to the graveyard, which allows us to reanimate. Putrid Imp also really works for that. Living Death, jeez. I feel like we just have an awesome reanimation deck going on right now. A lot of this stuff's gonna start getting cut. Like, I don't even think we can really play Nissa. Jeez. I didn't even look. Grave Titan. I may have totally missed something there, but we we actually have a ridiculous deck right now, I think. I'm pretty sure we're not playing Karakas. So we have quite a few ways to get cards into the graveyard and quite a few ways to return them. And we're kind of rampy on top of it. So again, so I think what I'm reading is that basically if we play that at instant speed, we end up having to sacrifice the creature we did that turn, or that we recurred, basically. Alright, so I think we definitely want Putrid Imp. We want Dark Ritual, we want Imperial Seal, we want Reanimate, I think. Still think we want Goblin Guide. I like the way Goblin Guide works with Sulfuric Vortex. So we got a couple different things here. We can ramp up into some of this mid-range damage. Bone Shredder, Corpse Dance. We could even just use that as recurring removal. Wheel of Fortune, discard, and then draw 7 new cards. What do we got here? We got red. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 because the Catacombs can get it. 5 sources of red. I think we probably want to add one more source of red. I don't even know that we need to. No, because diamond can do it. So we're probably good on red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I didn't even talk about them. 6. Not going to play any planes. $15 land. I almost wonder if that's too much land with what we're doing. I don't think so. So we'd have to cut 4 cards here. It's possible we don't want all of this ramp as it gets in the way of what we're trying to do. So maybe we pull a Mystic. Maybe we pull Dark Ritual. Do we? I mean, it's still ramp. Bone Shredder, Corpse Dance, Necromancy. Do we need this many? It's possible Sulfuric Vortex becomes more of an issue for us, but I think with the lifelink we have, it's fine. I don't think we're actually going to hard cast creatures enough for Vengevine to truly be worth it. But you do have to have creatures to discard, so maybe we go back this route. I just don't know that we actually need Dark Ritual. There's a lot of cards we don't really need. Really like Living Death here. I don't know that we need all of these ways to recur, though. I almost wonder if we want to pull... I think we're going to pull Corpse Dance, even though the instant speed is interesting. But you have to exile it, right? This creature gains haste until the end of turn, exile at the beginning of the next end step. I'm less interested in the exile versions. I do wonder if Reanimate is going to do us too much damage. But I guess if you get it early enough. Oh, I suppose Goblin Guide maybe needs to go. We just can't trust that it's going to make it there turn 1. And then honestly, I think I'm okay with the rest of this. I know it's not ideal to run 41, but I feel like this is probably too much mana already. And I really like all the other cards in the deck. Although I could just cut a mountain, I suppose. We have access to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which, if we want double red early, although we're going to have to draw it early for it to even matter, then part of me just says, well, do we even want Sulfuric Vortex? Could also go with Sword of Feast. So right now I'm kind of thinking about potentially cutting the mountain and the vortex. Running less red. In which case we'd have room to bring in something else, maybe something like Karakas. Which we might then be able to hard cast a Baneslayer Angel at least. Sulfuric Vortex is just so strong, though. Though it stops us from gaining life. Yeah, I think we pull Vortex, which means we can cut a mountain. And then I think we can bring in Karakas, possibly. It just offers such... I don't know, it's just good against a lot of stuff in the cube. So I think this is what we're going to run with. So we're running 15 lands, a Mox, we've got some definite creature. Man, I almost wonder now, though. This makes me want to get Vengevine back in there. But again, we're just not going to cast that many creatures. What about Edric? Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, a controller may draw a card. That or Nissa. Even Nissa seems alright. I don't know. I think we're good with what we have right now. We're going to go ahead and submit this, and I will come back once we are ready for the first round.